The story was originally written in Hawaii, based in Hawaii.
Yes.
My friends think just because we live in Hawaii, we live in paradise. Are they insane? Do they think we're immune to life?
Did you find it easy to have the beautiful calmness, peaceful Hawaii, where everyone thinks it's a holiday home, like it says at the beginning, and to use that as a backdrop against the emotional turmoil that one family is actually going through?
Yeah, I guess that's part of the story, is that there's this, to use your word, turmoil, crisis, in such an unusual and beautiful, paradise-like place as Hawaii.
How can they possibly think our families are less screwed up? Our heartaches less painful?
And for those people who don't know, you play a teenager, a little bit rebellious, but you are going through the process of losing your mother. And I personally felt that you played it so naturally. I mean, was it easy to tap into the emotions of that role?
Yeah, the script was so beautifully written that for me, I really just had to submit myself to the moments and show up with my lines memorized and professionally listen to what the other actors had to say, and then the emotion sort of naturally was evoked. As far as getting into character, there wasn't a lot of getting into character for me. Did
you tap into your rebellious side when you were a kid?
Yeah. No, my approach to acting is really just being present in the moment and letting whatever happens happen.
What was your first encounter like with George Clooney?
How was the table read?
Were you nervous?
I was not nervous until he walked in the door, and then I was like, whoa, 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 that's George Clooney, and I started sweating, and then he came up to me and gave me a giant hug and said, "Welcome, sweetie," and immediately the intimidation factor went away.
Yeah, because on screen and during the film, you're kind of like partners in crime. You're on a mission together, and you're against him at the beginning, but then you do come together. And did that chemistry come straight away?
Yeah, I mean, George is so down to earth, and he's such a normal human being, and grounded and confident and sweet and generous. Literally, there are not enough positive adjectives to fully describe this man. He's just a superhuman.
I know you like to be as authentic as you can in your films, and you sent the crew a few weeks earlier, the cast, to get an idea of their
Not
place?
a few, but yeah, the cast members arrived, I think about 10 days or so before we started shooting.
And what did they do? What did you want them to feel in those 10 days?
Well, first of all, get a tan a little bit, because a lot of them were pale as ghosts.
So send them off on a tan, and that's a great job.
Well, it's not that people in Hawaii tan, but you're in the sun all the time like you are here in Dubai.
Yeah.
And just get a sense of the rhythm of the place. Get out of that big city drive and sort of relax a little bit, because that's going to show up in the performance.
Set breath.
Don't ever do that to me again.
This is going to be a massive hit. I can just
I
feel
hope
it.
so.
There is that Oscar buzz around it. Does that excite you, or does that not really bother you at all?
My official answer is I am grateful for the interest in my work.